You have always dealt with accounting and banking separately. You pay and receive money via your bank and you record the same transaction in your accounting software, which led to a tedious reconciliation process where you have to check each and every transaction in both the end and make sure the balance in your accounting records and the balance in your bank matches perfectly. This process of matching transaction one by one and reconciliation might seem simple with fewer transactions to check. When you have a huge list of transactions, this entire process becomes tedious. To reduce this manual process, Zoho Books allows you to connect your bank directly within the app. Once connected, Zoho Books will fetch feeds periodically from your bank. Let me give an example on how this entire process works. You would create an invoice here within Zoho Books. You send that invoice across to your customer. Your customer makes a payment and the money is deposited in your bank account. Now, when Zoho Books fetches your bank statement, that deposit transaction will be displayed in this uncategorized section. Using the date and amount in a particular feed, Zoho Books will scan the list of transactions like invoices, expenses, etc., which you have recorded within the app and show them as possible matches on the right side. For example, here I have a deposit of $100 and the corresponding invoice for $100 is listed here as possible match. I can simply match them. This is more like mapping this particular feed with this particular transaction. Now, this deposit transaction will be moved from this uncategorized section and will be placed under the All Transaction tab with Match tag. Say you have a client who paid for both of your invoices at once. You would have received one single deposit in your bank account. In that case, you can select multiple transactions on the right and map them with this particular deposit. You can use this option to filter this section. If the balances mismatch, maybe due to the exchange rate difference, you can use this option and add an adjustment transaction. You don't have to manually match each and every transaction. You can set up criteria to match them automatically. Say for example, the rent you receive or the internet charges you pay month on month. Since you know the payee information and other relevant information, you can give this information and set up a criteria. So, when a particular feed satisfies the criteria, it will be automatically mapped with the transaction and will be placed in this section. You can check the list of matched transactions here and then approve all of these transactions in one single click. Say you have paid your vendor, but you have not recorded the corresponding money out transaction like a bill or an expense within Zoho Books. In that case, you can use this option to add a new transaction within Zoho Books from this particular feed. Choose the category and fill in other details and simply save them. You can also add transaction manually here. Click here and choose the type of transaction, add relevant details and save them. These transactions will be added with the status manually added. Till now, we have mapped the transaction lines with the transactions you have recorded within Zoho Books. Reconciliation is a simple process in which you verify the data you have in your bank, say the total balance, matches with the total transactions you have recorded within Zoho Books. This is to make sure there is no missing transactions. Say you have two invoices for $100 and a deposit of $200 in your bank. When you match the feeds with the particular transactions here within Zoho Books, you will see the amount in Zoho Books as $200. So in this case, the balance in your bank account and balance in Zoho Books matches perfectly. There are cases where you might have excluded few transactions inside Zoho Books, and in this case, the amount in Zoho Books and amount in your bank will not be the same. In a simple click of a button, you can reconcile the accounts. If you don't wish to connect your bank account to fetch feeds automatically, you can manually add the bank account and import your bank statements. You can import statements in these formats. Thank you.